Hi Virgo, Sun, Moon and Rising, welcome to Ethernal Realms. So let's get into your May reading. Let's talk a little bit about the astrology because on the first day itself we have Pluto turning retrograde. It entered Aquarius in the very end of March. It stayed in Aquarius for the entire April, and now on the 1st itself it is going back. So there could be some ideas and transformations that are coming about here which relate to our friendships, our hopes and aspirations. And in your case, it can even relate to your work routines, your health and diet and fitness plans as well. So something needs to be reconsidered and taken care of over here. And this issue could have already come up in April, and we are kind of revisiting that and taking care of it in the month of May. Around this time, you also might remember that Mercury was already retrograde, and it is still until the 15th of the month. It is still in Taurus when it goes direct, but beyond this point, we can move ahead with final decisions, we can sign some contracts and so on. Preferably, it's a better idea to wait till the 31st of May because Mercury exits shadow period at that time. So we basically don't have any lingering effects remaining from the retrograde phase. Also on the 16th, we have Jupiter going into Taurus. So Taurus is very boosted from this time, and that falls in your 9th house of belief systems, long distance travels, long range plans and future visions in general. So you could have a lot of blessings and guidance that come through. You could also be stepping up to a guidance or a mentoring role if that is about time for you. So yes, there can be some inspiration as well that comes in through, international connections, or, about foreign travel as well. Any visa procedures, anything that you need to make permanent or, sign and things like that, that can go ahead beyond the 16th. All right, let's back up a little bit and talk about the full moon eclipse. This is a huge one, and that's on the 5th of May. We had another one, which was a solar eclipse, a new moon in Aries that happened on the 20th of April. I've already made zodiac specific videos for that one, so if you're interested, you can check it out. And I will also be making zodiac specific videos for this upcoming eclipse as well, so stay tuned for that. On the 7th, we have Venus moving into Cancer, which is a very maternal zodiac. So Venus is already very divine feminine, and she kind of represents that harmony and love and peace that we feel in just about anything, not just in the home. But when she enters Cancer, there is a lot of blessings that come in emotionally and through the family members. It can even be blessings towards our children as well, if you have any, but it can also connect with your parents, especially the mother figure as well. When I say mother figure, I do not strictly mean your mother. It can be your father as well. It's just whoever has had the more nurturing and emotional impact on you, they would count as the mother figure. So there can be some abundance that comes in through them, to them, and you're very happy. There's a lot of support that you're experiencing in this time as well. And this falls in your 11th house of friendships and long-term, wishes, hopes and aspirations, things like that. So certain goals and wishes can come about here, or certain blessings and resources that come in, some advice or actually some emotional support that some friend can give you here that helps you boost along your ambitions. Okay, now we have a new moon in Taurus coming up, and that's on the 19th of the month, and this is right after Mercury goes direct and Jupiter is entering Taurus, right? So we have a lot of Taurus energy going on in this particular week, and this indicates a new beginning related to your long distance travels, visa plans, and international connections, and also big ideas, belief systems. You might be asking a little bit of philosophical questions, or you might be thinking on a bigger scale around this time. This does not it does not mean necessarily that that's what will happen exactly in this time, a week before or after. You can already start feeling effects, but also there is kind of the thing with astrology is that it's sort of like a wave, okay? It's not all of a sudden we have something and then we have nothing. It's a wave, so it builds up, and then on the day of going exact, it's like maximum, and then it starts waning, all right? So I feel as though there are certain plans that you already have, but it has not been like realized yet. You have certain plans, but you've not made any solid plans or commitments at this time. But with Jupiter coming in, you get exactly what you need in order to make those dreams a reality. And the 19th gives a very good opportunity to even manifest something of your own. New moons are all about potential, right? So it's a seed which is going to get fulfilled in the coming 6 months when we have a full moon in Taurus. Okay, then on the 20th, we have Mars moving into Leo. It's a fiery planet in a fiery zodiac, so it's very much at home. The upsides of that, we are very confident, we can speak very clearly, we can demonstrate ourselves very confidently, our artistic and creative skills are very much on point. You can take action on those things. For you, it falls in your 12th house, so that would indicate you're very confident from very deep within. You might get some spiritual clarity and insights as well that helps you realize where you fit in, what your purpose might be, give you a better sense of direction in an intuitive sense, because you're practically oriented, of course, and you have a lot of support and so on, but this intuitive connect is something that is standing out very strong here. So trust your intuition around this time. You can also get some vivid dreams which carry some symbolism that you might be interested in delving into. The shadow sides of Mars in Leo would be overconfidence and overindulgence as well. It can be, all talk, no show, and what is it? A lot of bravado. Okay, you're kind of overestimating your own, capacity and things like that. But even then, I say that as a shadow because it's not yet balanced. It does not mean that it won't get balanced. It's just something that's also possible. Okay, so look out for that. I'm not saying you specifically are going to experience that. If you don't have the tendency for it, of course you won't. All of a sudden you're not going to change your personality, but you might notice this. So it can give you a little bit of context of what's really happening, and also understanding what the capacities are on either side can help you understand how you want to harness it as well. So do with it as you wish. Now we have Sun moving into Gemini, where we have a new zodiac season of Gemini on the 21st of the month, and this is where there's a kind of an increased focus in terms of communication and the connections that we build. So your social life, your professional network, and things like that can become a bit of a focus. If you're involved in social media, you might start connecting more with the people that you're networking with, or you might start attracting new types of people as well. But either way, there is a sense of focus on your career life and the upgrade that you're making in terms of your goals and ambitions. The way that you are showing up in the public view as well is quite loud and clear. In other words, other people might be approaching you quite a lot in this month. So let's get into your tarot and see what's happening. Your oracle of May is "My vibes speak louder than my words." All right, that is true and very strong. I was just about to say that, especially around when we have Sun moving into Gemini at the 21st. You will feel as though other people just notice you, even if you're not even trying to present yourself or talk to any people. You're just minding your own business, but somehow you're a little bit more visible around this time. Also, Taurus is a fellow, earth sign, so it lines up very well for you. The new moon, all the Mercury retro, everything, even in April, that was like an advantage that you were getting over some of the other zodiacs. So you are much more likely to incorporate the lessons that Mercury brings much smoothly and much more fast as well. So it quickly turns from experience to concept to a vibe. Okay, so I think this is one of those incorporation months. Okay, we have April coming through as your first major highlight, and we have the second major highlight as flag. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. And the third one we have is younger man, dealings or relationship with a younger man. So this can indicate someone perhaps not literally young, although that could obviously be possible, but it can also mean someone who is either less experienced or less mature than you. Okay, so you might be in the guiding position here. Even if you're not much older than this person, you absolutely have more talent or more experience, so you have a different way of looking at things and so on. So you are definitely in a position to be guiding someone here. So do not be tempted to lower your standards. I'm really curious about that one. We're gonna see the cards that we have remaining to get some more context on that. But April, I'm getting the feeling we're talking about the Mercury retrograde over here, and also something has begun in terms, or rather something has come up to the surface from underneath in the month of April with Pluto there. So the moment it turns retrograde again, it's like, let's look over this again. Let's take another look and discover what else is, what do we need to know about this thing that just came up. Okay, for you, like I said, it could be in terms of your health, your habits, your routines. There could have been some sort of epiphany, and now, you know, when this planet goes retrograde, you want to figure out ways of incorporating that new realization, right? How do you make that a part of your life? Because it might have been an aha moment, or it was just very refreshing, and you could have thought, how come I didn't see this before? How come I have not done this before, and so on. Something in a bigger picture sense. All right. We have creator air. Yes, this is that Aquarius vibe. We have unstick the stuck. Okay, yes, Pluto does deal with like sticky stuff. Okay, it's like gunk. Sometimes in a way, if I have to like draw symbolism there, it's like gunk clearing out tar and being like, okay, what is this? You know, why are we not paying attention to this? We gotta clean the stuff so to ensure that our quality is great, that we remain light and unburdened, so that we can be the best that we can be, and so on, so that we don't hinder our own growth. Because here with the vibes, you're seeing so many butterflies here. This is such a liberating type of energy. Well, also with the air, you know, air is very light. You just float. It's the lightest one. So communication, your thought process, epiphanies and realizations, and just your, the mental tendencies, the way that you approach things, your intentions as well, that's just very loud and clear. And I think you can quickly sense if what you are emitting is working or not. So if you are setting some sorts of manifestation, or you're working with some intentions in this month, you can quickly understand if something is working well with you or not. And air also relates with truth and honesty, also integrity. So I think you are getting to a truer part of yourself, or you're rather expressing a truer part of you. Because unstick the stuck is like giving me that vibe that everything that was unhealed or not completely you is now starting to shift gears into becoming something that's just absolutely on your wavelength. And if that means doing something for work, or incorporating some new, lifestyle habit in order to feel more like yourself, then so be it. Okay. We also have collaboration of souls. This connects with the Lover's energy and also the Two of Cups. It reminds me of harmony with the universe, and also, of course, romantic and platonic one-to-one relationships who are very important to you. So this talks about that, very nice home environment, also having support from your friends and your network in general, a lot of love. And a lot of joy coming through here. If you are wanting to meet someone around this time, then you absolutely can. And I will tell you why, actually. I should have mentioned this. But yeah, Venus moving into Cancer is going to be in a harmonious aspect with your partnership house of Pisces. So there is absolutely a very, very nice chance that you are making an emotional connection with someone, or meeting a soulmate even in some way, or like there is like a chance that is existent here. I'm not saying each and every person is going to meet, of course, but if that's something you're wanting, and that's like very clear to you, even in the month of April, if that has been your focus and so on, then there can be kind of working together with someone who's just in your wavelength. All right. And once again, I don't mean strictly romantic relationships. It can be business partnerships and also platonic friendships as well. All right. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles. This talks about new job and new money opportunities, and also can talk about new connections and just doors opening, basically. We have the Hierophant. Yeah, this is the teaching, mentoring, influence. Also, this talks about wisdom. We have the Star, which corresponds with Aquarius. Then we have the Three of Cups, which is that love and support from friends and family. If you have siblings, then you might be staying a little bit more in touch with them, meeting them more often if you can, and also just getting to know each other a little bit more. Kind of getting updates is something I hear. All right, then we have the Knight of Swords. It's going to be a bit of a busy time. Okay, especially because you are absolutely being seen and adored. The Star is really nice card to get if you're trying to get seen. Also, it indicates that the universe is supporting you, so any resources or material that you need at this time, that is likely to come towards you over here. That includes emotional support, of course, and also ideas. This talks about that epiphany energy that I was talking about here, some realization that comes in, and you immediately want to incorporate that. So it feels like an awakening experience, a very light experience, because I don't see any card of burden, okay? So even if you are becoming a mentor, you somehow feel lighter by becoming that. It's like, oh, okay, I can now be in my element. Okay, so that's kind of the vibe basically coming through for you. If you want a promotion or something, if it's like due and stuff, this can talk about getting a better position, higher respect, more people looking up to you and things like that. So if for some of you it can be a new job that gets you that. So if you're making applications, then this can indicate that something is working out and you're very sought after in some way. The Knight of Swords, though, is very focused on something. Okay, so you do have your own aspirations, your own goals, and future plans as well. And you're very clear about that. Okay, so I cannot emphasize this enough. I think April coming into May, you're like very, very clear about where you want to be going in the coming 3 to 5 years. And you're just looking at how you can make it happen now. Okay, in this month, you're like, goals are clear, goals are set, I have the support, let's go for it. Let's make the first step and let's move towards that direction. All right. The Hierophant connects with Taurus as well. So I think the 15th till the end of the month is going to be quite a lot. There's a lot of concentrated energy that is going through here. And of course, in the background, we have Pluto thing that I already mentioned. The second week is relatively quiet. There are a couple more aspects going on throughout the month, by the way. I did not talk about them. I will post about them in my community page. If you're curious, you can check it out. But all in all, there is like a good chance of kind of meeting like-hearted and like-feeling people. So how shall we say this? So like-minded, absolute, like-spirited. Yes, that's the correct word. Like-spirited. They have the same energy levels, or they have similar ideas and similar visions for life. It's sort of like your priorities kind of match as well. Yeah, you're definitely making some new connections here. Even if you're not like looking for anyone at this time, Ace of Pentacles, Three of Cups is like, at the very least, you're making some friends. Okay, at the very least, you're making some, you're expanding your professional network in some way as well. All right, so let's see your Astro Dice and see what else we get. Virgos, please, in the month of May. Mercury, Scorpio, and the 12th house. I think with the do not be tempted to lower your standards, I think this is not really an advice, but it's something that you already know. Okay? I think you're like remembering that, but you're not struggling with it or anything. Okay? You're not wanting to lower your standards or anything. I don't think so. No. But okay, now let's talk about this Scorpio 12th house with the Mercury. So this can talk about intuition again, okay? So at least in the first half of the month, your intuition is going to be extremely important because Mercury retrograde requires intuition and not logic. All right. Now, Mercury is obviously a co-ruler of yours. It also rules Gemini, but it also rules you. So it can feel a little bit difficult when it is retrograde. But in the 12th house, that the way that it is showing up for you, it's just bringing in a lot of clarity, but you kind of have to look for it with Scorpio. Okay, there is clarity. but you just have to look for it, and that is applicable to like any new connections you're making as well, or if you're working behind the scenes, you're learning something new. Either way, there is an intuitive focus that comes in. For example, you can learn astrology, let's say, and there are like many things you can find of what Aries means and Taurus and what Virgo means and so on and so forth. You can learn about the houses, and you can learn about just every concept in theory that is. But the way that you piece things together is where the intuition kind of comes in, you see? So you can learn everything proper, but Mercury retrograde requires an intuition to be built here. And the people you need to trust, or people you're delegating something to, people that you want to be teaching or guiding, the ones that are truly there beside you in your tough times and good times and so on. Even that you can gather from your intuition here. Scorpio is just very deep and very psychic. So there can be a telepathic type of energy that comes in, or you're just empathetically kind of feeling a shift in vibe, and it's a lot more tangible or a little bit more heavy than you're accustomed to. Okay? All right. What else am I getting here? Something can be let go, and the 12th house talks about surrender. Go with the flow. Don't push. Don't resist. None of that, just let things happen, be in the present moment, and then we'll make sense as we go. Because Scorpio is just very adept at dealing with situations as and when they happen. Not very adaptive, not going to say adaptive at all. But once something happens, it knows what to do. Okay, it just has that contingency plan and kind of that intuitive topic that we were talking about. Now, this can talk about some changes that your sibling might be going through, or there could be some unexpected travel plans as well, or unexpected changes in your team members, and you might just have to collaborate with someone new, which is where the trust thing comes in as well again. Okay? But yes, the best way to focus this is creatively, intuitively, spiritually, in whatever way that you can. Okay, I'm not saying do only that throughout the day, right? You can do that at any point that you feel comfortable. But unstick the stuck along with that just says that any mental habits that are not suiting your future goals and visions, those things are basically being let go. You're not resisting it. You're not having to fight against anything. It's simply done and dusted. You're ready for a new chapter, a transformation here, a new beginning, as the Ace of Pentacles also says. So yes, this looks like a very good fresh start, honestly. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Virgos. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope the reading resonated and that it helps you out. Let me know your thoughts, and if you want a personal reading, you can reach me via Etsy. The link is in the description box and the comment below. I will see you some other time. Until then, take care. Bye.